Hello and welcome to TEDx Dupree Park TV. I'm Gina Carr. I'm your host today, and we're going to have something a little bit different today. And joining me to chat about this, I'm going to bring on our producer, Marcy Walsh, who is normally in the background and you don't see a lot of her, but we see a lot of her because she's always back there helping us out. Marcy, good day to you.
Yeah, nice to see you actually on screen, Gina.
Yes, exactly.
You let me out once in a while.
Well, just to let you guys in on what's going on, I got a notice the other day that Woodstock, Georgia, which is where our TEDx is based and where much of our team and guests and a lot of people from our core community are based, was experiencing, I think, a tropical storm, certainly some sort of terrible storm.
Yeah.
And so significant areas have no electricity and no internet. And unusually today, most of our guests were based in that specific area. I mean, a lot of times we have people coming in from all over the world, but as it turns out, we realized as showtime approached that we're going to have trouble getting everybody on. So we're rescheduling today's show for November 13, and that's the plan. We thought we'd just talk a little bit about the virtual TEDx is coming up and give you guys a little taste of that and tell you about the tickets that are available. But Marcy, tell me, what are you most excited about with our virtual TEDx that's coming up?
Well, it's a whole new universe. We're recreating, we're moving the room. We're moving the TEDx room and we're recreating this live, engaging, exciting learning experience into a virtual room. And it's something that all of us have been doing a little bit at a time. To take something this size and this scope and put it all together with so many talented people is really exciting. And now that we're down to the nitty gritty and the small details, it's getting real.
Oh, it sure is. And I know you've already had a preview of one of our presenters' presentations, Miss Julie Donnelly. Tell us just a little bit about your impressions of that.
Oh, I was very, very impressed. The TEDx format is so different. I've been a national speaker for over 30 years, and we have our keynotes and we have our workshops and our trainings, and we could talk for days on something. However, when you have 10 to 15 minutes to really make a connection and get some really vitally important information that you feel will improve people's lives, to get it across in that short time. Oh my goodness, she's worked with her coach. She's massaged it, worked it, has the stories, has the connections. It was so engaged. She actually, I'm sitting here on my porch down on Anna Maria Island, and she came down and she said, "Would you like to hear it?" And I said, "Sure." So she gave me her presentation, and I was so impressed. It's the work that Julie does with helping people be able to solve their physical problems through working with their muscles, is, as you and Terry have both experienced, it feels nothing short of miraculous when you've had pain for a long time. And to have her describe how she came to do that and how she's teaching physical therapists and other people to be able to help people solve problems they've had for decades, you're going to love it.
Absolutely. Well, I've seen a bit of a preview also, and yes, it's nothing short of brilliant and entertaining, as well as it gets her message across about how she helps people solve their pain naturally, and it's going to be very powerful. In fact, I was just going to share one of her websites. I know she has a couple, but the one that I'm thinking about right now, let me just put it in the chat, guys, and you guys can go over there and check her out. But julestro.com, JULSTRO, julestro.com. You can find out more about Julie there. And you know what's amazing about Julie also is that you can hire her to help with your pain, literally elbow pain, shoulder pain, any back pain, knee pain, any kind of pain, even virtually. She can get on a Zoom call or a Skype call with you, and literally you just describe what's going on, and she says, "Do this, do that, do this," and you're like, "Oh my gosh, it is nothing short of a miracle."
Exactly. And you go, oh, thank you.
Yeah, because she's just so smart at knowing where these things are and what to do. So speaking of that, let's tell people how they can watch her presentation. So did you want to give them a little, I'm going to do a screen share, and let's just walk folks through here what to do. All right. So we're going to pop over to TEDx Dupree Park, the actual website. If you guys go there right now, our web designer, John Clunan, has hooked us up so that our early bird banner pops up right immediately. And so if you click that and you want to go over and buy tickets, it's going to take you into Eventbrite right here. And we have an early bird special going on right now. So you can get tickets general admission for as low as $17 right there for a supporter. And then the VIP tickets are $77. So this is a great opportunity. And I really encourage you guys to get in on it. Just if you were looking at the whole website, a lot of our speakers, some of these are speakers who are going to be on our physical stage in 2021. The one we were talking about right now is Julie Donnelly. Let's see. So Terry Brock, Julie Donnelly, and Tom Eddington are three of our speakers that will be on the virtual stage on December 5th and 6th. And we're just going to have a lot of fun with this. It's going to be so different. Marcy, have you been able to see any other TEDx's that are on YouTube already that were not done in a studio, but were done basically in an environment like this?
I've been seeing a lot. They've been doing a lot of interview style where they'll have a TEDx interviewer and they actually have a half hour, an hour long interview that they're doing it that way. But no, I have not seen this. I've been a little busy. I haven't gotten around to do that. I just know that watching the transition because the passion of the founding team for TEDx Dupree Park is so passionate about opening the door for all of the messages that these particular speakers have, that you guys have been really tireless as far as helping to move the room so that we can make it work. It's going to happen and it's going to be fun. It's going to feel as if we're in the room and it's a live event. So we're doing everything we can to preserve that feeling. We have everything but the big red dot as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, exactly. That's a great way to look at it. I want to say hello to the folks that are out there. Hey, Mark Rosenblum, good to see you. And thank you for your kind comments there. Gina Carr rocks like that. Faryad, I work you, you job me. Okay, so maybe Faryad has an opportunity to do some work for us. I'm not sure. And Diane Bogino, I just did an interview with Diane Bogino this week, and I think it's probably already out into the world. So just do a Google search for Gina Carr and Diane Bogino. Okay. Diane, if you have if you have the link to it and you want to post that would be great in our comments there. And let's see. So Marcy's letting us know that because of our storms in the Atlanta area, many of our guests had trouble getting on, and our hosts. And so we're rescheduled for a future episode, probably going to be on November 13th.
November 13th.
Right. All right. And I see Lynn Sherwood Humphreys been doing so much behind the scenes. Oh, thank you. And she's going to be one of our virtual presenters also. So excited to see Lynn be able to get her message out into the world. That was one of the decisions that a lot of the speakers had to make is, do I want to wait to go on the red dot in person sometime in 2021, if we ever get back to having normal TEDx's again, or do I go ahead and get my message out into the world right now? And that was a struggle for a lot of people. So I respect people who chose either way. And I'm very excited for the ones that are going forward right now, that they know their message will be out there and on the TEDx YouTube channel, which is a huge platform to to the entire world with their message.
And I think, look at most of my family is in the arts, and it's been incredible to watch how creative people have used these new formats. Whole orchestras are putting on performances using Zoom, and all of the musical theater people from Broadway are coming together with their families and putting on tributes to Sondheim and different things like that. It's just really amazing to see how everybody's making all of this work. And we were just talking, we were in a planning meeting, and we decided, we coined a word. We have to come up with the TEDicate. How do we handle chatting during presentations?
Etiquette. I love that.
Etiquette. Yeah, I think we need to register trademark that one quick, Gina. I think that's a good one there.
That is a good one. And hey, I know we've got quite a few people watching right now. I'd love your input on it. So as we're broadcasting our TEDx into our private Zoom meeting for the people who buy tickets and who come in to see, would it be distracting if people are chatting while the presentation's going on? Or is that something that for this environment, for a TED TED Talk, and during their 11 to 15-minute talk, should we turn the chat off so that that's not happening? Is it, or just the people that get distracted by that, they just pull it out to the side? I know I've been in meetings like that, especially recently, and people start going off on all these different topics,
Mm-hmm.
or even if they're chatting about the main thing, I'm distracted. So I just pull the chat off to the side so I can't see it. But I think those people that like engaging in it like to do that. So you guys that are watching, if you have an opinion on that, let me know in the chat. And Marcy, back to you on that. I'd like to know more of your thoughts on that.
Well, as someone who's been on a stage and someone who's been a trainer and been a teacher, you just need to establish the rules up front so that people can feel comfortable, and they can assume that they can experience the presenter that they're there to hear, and that they can also have certain ways that they can engage and interact with it. And I mean, we're not third graders to where we have to blurt out everything we have to say the second that we think of it, although we're kind of getting used to that these days. But I want to know that my experience is not going to be overwhelmed, that I don't have to turn it off because someone else has decided to take it in a direction where I can't focus on it. So it's just a matter of establishing the rules right up front, as far as having periods, okay, in between the presentations, we're all going to be talking. Is there another Facebook Live going on where after that presentation, the people who have more questions can just zip over to that for 15 or 20 minutes and get their questions answered? There's, oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. There's so many possibilities that I haven't even thought of yet. Now you've got me thinking. I'm going to have to ask my friend Google, and I'm going to have to check in there and see what other people are doing and how they're handling it. That's the nice thing with the internet. There are 5 million other people, and out of those, 1 million have tried to run a TEDx online. So I'll let them invent the wheel.
We can do a little crowdsourcing there for
Yes.
our answers. That's a great idea. But pre-show, you shared with me a technique that was used in an event that you were leading last night, where people just share that, because I thought that was real smart and a good way to do chat also, to keep it from being distracting to the presenters. Just share what you recommended earlier.
Well, especially when you're using a Zoom event, you can spotlight the person so you have a large picture and it's like you're watching a full screen. And in the chat feature, you put a line, little plus signs or whatever across, and you write Gina Carr or comments for Gina Carr. And people wait, unless they're really struck by something, but they wait until almost the end and then start to put in comments about what they really liked about that, or if there's something they had a question about, or questions. And then at that point, the production person would put in a resource with a place where they can go to get that answered. And we haven't set those frameworks up yet. But then when the next person is ready to come up, then we're all polite. We watch the presentation, we put the line, we put the name, and then also you can save that chat, and those presenters can then have the chat that happened for their particular one, and we can get some great quotes. They can get some great quotes to use in their business, and that it worked really well in the training that I was doing.
That's good. Now, were people encouraged that as the presenter was talking, that they were making their comments, but they were just making them in another format, not the Zoom chat? They were just encouraged to put them on a notepad or something and then copy and paste them into the chat?
Well, these particular presentations it was a Dale Carnegie course I was teaching, they were less than 5 minutes, so they were brief. So you were watching it, you were engaged, you were involved with it, and then the comments started coming in like as soon as they closed. So it's a matter of your etiquette, how you're going to set it up.
Okay.
It just, you wanted to keep the focus on the message, and yet have people be able to be engaged.
All right. Well, I love that. That's a really great idea, and a lot of good ideas out here. So yes, please check with the Google and come back with further recommendations. I did want to recognize Diane Bogino did share the link to our interview, and I know you can't quite pick it up from our screen here, but you can look over into the chat, which would be in our Facebook group, not Facebook page, I'm sorry. And that's where you'll see Diane's note, as well as there's Lynn, and we had a couple of newcomers today. Here's Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Ja, ja, ja. I'm not sure what that means. I guess that means hello,
It's laughing.
hello. Oh, is it? That's what that means? Okay. And then, or dog, Zoltan says, hello, honey. All righty.
I
Well,
think we've got some interesting people for the weekend already on here. So that's okay.
indeed, we do. Well, all right. Well, thanks you guys for joining in and saying hello. I have the streamer going across the bottom, TEDxDupreePark.com. That's where you can go to find out more about our speakers. You can go to get your tickets and get in on those early bird tickets because that's a great
get a
price.
VIP pass. You can get a VIP pass, right? Because we're discussing different ways that people can go off and then have a private room with the speakers, and these are going to be some of the special benefits of having the VIP pass. So go ahead, grab your ticket early, make sure you apply and get that VIP pass, because why have a small bit of the experience when you can have the whole thing?
That's a great way to put it. Absolutely. Go for those front row VIP tickets that allow you to go into the VIP breakout rooms. We definitely will have that where you can have the opportunity to go in with the speakers and talk with them virtually on a more private basis. So that's going to be great.
Great. Well, it's been fun chatting with you, Gina. Sorry nobody else could join our party, but
yeah, it's been a great time. So thank you so much, Marcy, also. And we will say goodbye right now. Thank you, guys. See you around.
Happy Friday. Happy Halloween.